Hey guys, this is Jason Clemens, and what I want to do today is explain to you an article that I wrote. It's really going to help you lose a lot of weight. It's called Here's Why Low Glycemic Index Foods Eliminate Hunger, Food Cravings, and Body Fat. Alright? I can tell you it's hands down one of the most important things you can know if you want to lose weight fast. If you're sick of dieting, if you're sick of putting up with the hunger, with the food cravings, this is it. This is your key, so make sure to pay attention here. Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to read through this article. I'm basically going to meta-comment on the article. Okay, it's kind of grade school stuff, but it's really going to make a huge difference in your weight loss. Alright, so bear with me. You will lose weight if you listen to this. Let's begin. Alright, let me scroll up. Alright, here we go. The glycemic index, it's a major factor in your ability to lose fat very quickly and keep it off without hunger. In fact, all the elite fat loss specialists know that understanding the difference between high and low glycemic index foods is perhaps the #1 secret to a fat-free body. And I said all here, well, the smart ones know about it, okay? So in this article, like I said, I will explain that difference. All right, if you pay close attention and listen to every word here, the speed and amount of weight you will lose can exponentially increase, and it can happen in an instant. And this is not fluff. I know this is fact because it happened to me and it's happened to many other people. That's how powerful this is. Alright, so let me scroll up here, keep you in my screen. Alright, so first, let's define the glycemic index. Alright, you don't need some PhD to help you understand this. It's very simple. The glycemic index is a measure of how fast a food makes, how fast the food you eat makes your blood sugar rise. That's it. Plain and simple. Now, why is this important? For one simple reason this is important. The faster your blood sugar spikes, alright, the faster it rises, the more fat you store. Now, also, sporadic blood sugar spikes cause constant hunger, decreased energy, and food cravings. Basically, all the stuff that makes keeping weight off so hard for you. Alright, it's all tied into these blood sugar spikes, which come from eating high glycemic index foods. And bear with me, I'll get to some of those foods here in a second. Alright, first, let's talk a little bit more, okay? And you're right about there, and I apologize for adjusting the screen here. I just want to make sure that I'm keeping you in the screen so you can follow along with what I'm reading. Alright? So the difference between high and low glycemic index foods is that the low do not spike your blood sugar levels, and the high do. Okay, it's like we said. Now the exciting part is, here's how to use this knowledge to lose weight fast and keep it off without struggle. Okay, this means no hunger, that can end, no food cravings, they can end, and no more dieting. This is the key to doing that. And most importantly, here in all this, okay, is you must understand that just because a food has a high glycemic index, alright, it does not mean it's bad. It doesn't mean it's bad. The real key is timing, alright? The real key in your food consumption is not limitation, alright? It's not starving yourself, it's timing. It's when you eat it. This is how you eliminate dieting, alright? So here's what I mean. Let me give you an example. Okay, you do not want to consume high glycemic index foods just before you go to bed. Alright, the reason is that these foods deliver an immediate blast of energy to your system. So if you go to bed with all this energy, it will be stored as fat. Now, here's some examples of high glycemic index foods you don't want to eat before you go to bed, alright? Things like pasta, ice cream, bread, most fruits, and most anything that has been heavily refined, okay? Because heavily refined foods have a lot of additives and a lot of sugar things typically added to them that rise your blood sugar level, alright? Now, what you want to make the emphasis in the bulk of your diet is low glycemic index foods, okay? They should make up the bulk. They are the key, okay? They're going to be your key to losing weight and keeping it off. And examples of these foods include leafy green vegetables, things like chicken, beef, tomatoes. There are basically thousands of them, okay? Now, here's all you really want to do. I'm going to help you work this out very simple. Let me scroll down. Okay, where am I here? Just lost my place. Okay, right here. Alright, so pay close attention here. Here's all you basically want to do. So all you really want to do, okay, is split your day up into 5 or 6, even 7 small meals. Okay, then you want to limit your consumption of the high glycemic foods. Okay, your pastas, lots of your breads, your fruits. Okay, any desserts you consume, you want to limit those to the first 3 meals of your day. Okay. Now, this is especially if you're pretty inactive, if you don't exercise. Okay. The reason you want to limit them to these first 3 meals, okay, is because when you do that, you'll have the rest of the day to burn off this blood sugar, okay, and get it out of your system so that when you go to bed, it won't be stored as fat, okay? That's hugely powerful. Make sure you understand that. It's really going to speed up your weight loss, okay? So basically all you want to do, and I talk about it here in finishing, is you want to place the emphasis on low glycemic index foods. Things like your lean meats, all right? Things like leafy green vegetables. All these things can be consumed in abundance. They're really going to help you lose weight because they don't spike your blood sugar levels, not even close to the extent that the other foods do, okay? Now, like I said, and I'll scroll up here, all right? That tip alone is hands down one of the most powerful fat loss secrets ever, okay? So you should do this because you can begin seeing results in like 5 days or less, and that's not fluff. I saw them with myself, and you can see the same things, all right? So I encourage you to, number one, you can go to my website at naturallyloseweightfast.com, all right, and you can read about this. And once you read about it, I encourage you to implement it, okay? And if you still have questions and you still really want to lose weight fast after giving it a shot, then go visit my site at naturalexplosiveweightloss.com. Go to that site. The reason is I'm going to let you take a free test drive, okay, completely free, of the natural approach to explosive weight loss, okay, so you can lose weight super fast without risking anything. All right, go there and check it out. It's naturalexplosiveweightloss.com. The link's below, and I also encourage you to leave a comment here at YouTube, all right, and let me know what you think of this video. If you like it, and a lot of people like it, I'll continue to make them. If you don't, then this will be the last one, okay? Thanks for listening.